Your enemies would despise you this summer. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Your enemies would despise you this summer. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, this gonna be a hot summer. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say this gonna be a hot summer. If you plan on transforming your body, drop in the comments and let me know, y'all. Yeah or nay. All right. If you plan on finishing education, or if you plan on finishing a goal or accomplishing a goal, drop in the comments and let me know. And if you are in a position to where you're starting to move on your own accord and you're not looking for other people's approval, drop in the comments and let me know. Family, this summer, your enemies will despise you because you doing all that, okay? You doing all that. And here's the thing. Even if you're only just doing one or two of those things, family, it's the same thing. You are moving on your own timing. You are starting to build new things. You are embarking on different endeavors. Like, you're in a different position. You're in a different mind state. And people who've been knowing you your entire life don't understand that. Siblings, parents at times, friends or old friends, associates, co-workers, they don't get it. So this summer, they're going to despise you. All right? They're going to despise you. As for back in the other summers, when you were including them, when you were traveling with them, when you were keeping them in the loop, when you were looking for their approval, guess what? They were cool, right? And even still, they weren't like your real friend or your real family, but they portrayed themselves as it because they had to play the role. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I know you playing a role. They had to play a role. All right? Now that you're no longer allowing them to play the role, they're despising you. Yeah. And in your mind, you like, where this come from? It been here. You just didn't see it. And this summer is the summer of your transition and transformation. So now you're going to watch it in 4K. You're going to watch it in 4K. And so with that being said, fam, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this. Your enemies will despise you this summer. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Second video of today, y'all, on the Reno Speech Life channel. We definitely working, getting it in. But I got a lot on my spirit, y'all, so we just pumping the videos out for today, all right? Let's get right into this, y'all. Number one, the first reason of why your enemies will despise you this summer is because this is your unapologetic era, all right? This is your unapologetic era. If you are in a position to where you're not saying sorry, I'm not talking about if you hurt somebody's feelings or if you intentionally or even unintentionally done something to somebody to harm them that you like, no, I ain't saying sorry. No, that's being a butthole, okay? But you're not saying sorry for how you feel. You're no longer apologizing for them hurting you. You're no longer saying sorry because of your perspective, what you want to do, not believing the same things that they believe in, not including them on personal endeavors or personal things. You're not apologizing for somebody else's insecurity about you or even within themselves. You're not apologizing. This is your unapologetic era. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I'm not sorry. All right? I'm not sorry. You know, we live in a society where if you are the opposite of what society says is cool, it's almost like you have to apologize for it. All right? I give y'all two examples. I believe there was once upon a time where if you were heavy set, big bone, some people would say fat, all right? Before that term became derogative, if you were like that, you almost had to apologize for, you know, whether it was in your genetics, you was born somewhat set up to be like that, or if you just, you know, ate your way through your depression, whatever the case is, you almost had to apologize for eating a lot or being, you know, heavy set, right? Bigger than the other people around you. When you live your life saying, look, I'm going to get myself together, but I'm not going to apologize to y'all, because I made a mistake or because I was careless or I let myself go. I'm a human. That's what humans do. All right? If you was to say, you know what, I'm going to live my life not apologizing to y'all, people would despise you for that. Because who are you to be the opposite of what society says looks nice or looks good? And here you are talking about you ain't sorry. That's why people like Lizzo, Fat Joe, Biggie Smalls, Big Pun, all right? Outside of health issues, because we did lose Big Pun to him being big, But outside of the health issues, it still stands on the business of being confident, all right? Not being apologetic. Another example is, I believe, in today's time, as a man, you almost have to apologize for being a man. Let me explain. Y'all remember back in the day, outside of Papa and, grandpops having, women all on the other side of town, which I don't agree with. But outside of that, men were men, okay? They said what they said. They were firm. They took care of their households. They were men, okay? They were men. And they wasn't saying sorry for too many things neither, all right? Today, if you say, no, you can't do this, my child, or my daughter, or my niece, or no, you can't, or you're incapable of being able to do this because at this time we got to travel over here. Whatever the case is, right? He said it mean to me. He said it bad to me. I didn't like his tone. It's almost like as a man, you have to apologize for being a man. A man is naturally firm. And I'm not saying that women don't have to apologize for certain things as well, okay? I'm not saying that, because I believe that, the good women have to apologize for being a good woman. We live in a society where it's like, protect the O's and the itches, all right? And let's downplay the good women and the good ladies. So I'm not saying that women don't have to apologize neither. I'm just letting y'all know that some things that I notice and see in society, especially when it's not popular in society. But when you're living in your unapologetic era, you like, so what? I ain't apologizing for nothing. But there's a flip side to it. Your enemies will despise you. And this is the summer when it's going to happen. Does that make sense, y'all? I know that was kind of winded, but I have to go into descriptive detail so y'all can understand what your boy talking about, all right? Number 2, you are prioritizing your happiness, okay? You are prioritizing your happiness. Family, so many people are pissed off and mad at you because you said, I'm done with contributing to your happiness. I keep pouring into your household. I keep giving to your kids. I keep helping out you in your depression. When am I going to be able to prioritize my happiness? And the moment you decide to do that, now it's like you've done something terrible or you've done the end all be all. Did you see Reno? He talking about going to take a trip. Did you see what Reno did? He talking about working out on his body and helping himself out and taking care of his health. Like, what? I'm supposed to do that. Those are the things that make me happy. What's the issue with that, right? And then do the same thing to yourself. You are prioritizing your happiness. Your happiness matter too. Your enemies would despise you this summer for that particular reason. Whether you're starting to eat out at the places where you want to eat, travel where you want to travel, date who you want to date, doing whatever you want to do, getting closer to the Most High as you see fit. Whatever the case is, y'all, people will be pissed off. Guaranteed, y'all, despise you this summer because you are prioritizing yourself or prioritizing your happiness, rather. Number 3, they will watch you transform, okay? They will watch you transform, all right? Not only is this prophetic, okay, and I never refer to myself as a prophet, but I know this is prophetic, okay? You are going to transform this summer, whether this is your body, Yep. Whether this is your mind, your finances, where you live, where you stay, all right, your social media platform, whatever the case is, but you are going to transform. And guess who's going to watch it? The people who said that you wouldn't be this, who said you wouldn't be that. The people who said that you were incapable. The people who said that you were non-qualified. You didn't meet the criteria. Family, they will watch you transform this summer. Body snatched. Yeah. Looking like a snack. Looking how you need to look. Appearance is on point. The way you articulating yourself is on point. You would thought that you have read the encyclopedia or a dictionary or something. You transformed. You're not the same individual. And that's why your enemies would despise you this summer. Somebody drop in the comments and say, watch me transform. Number 4, you are visibly out of reach. Okay? You are visibly out of reach. Now, when I say visibly out of reach, I'm saying you are visible, but they can't touch you. A great example of this, y'all, would be social media. A lot of people see their favorite celebrity, their favorite influencer, their favorite person, their family member, friend, coworker, whoever. And they know that they stay right around the corner. They know the city they stay at. They know the state they stay in. However, they're visible, but they are out of reach. Some people want you to be around just so they can put their negativity on you. Some people want you to be around, or they want to be around you just so they can be discouraging. All right? Just so they can be discouraging. Some people will invite you out to places just to treat you like you ain't ish. Okay? It's because you are visible but out of reach. We see you, but we can't put this negativity on you. Yeah. Stay out of reach. And stay out my way. Yeah, somebody drop that down below in the comments. Stay out my way. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. I think it's very important. You are constantly on the move, all right? You are constantly on the move. Family, one of the reasons why Tom found it extremely frustrating to catch Jerry was because Jerry was constantly on the move, okay? He in this whole pause. He over here in this corner. He over here on this street. He eating this block of cheese. He over here in this room. He's everywhere. And every time Tom think he about to catch him, he end up hurting himself. He end up hurting himself. Jerry was constantly on the move. You know what make it difficult for somebody or an organization or a group of people who's trying to take down somebody? What makes it difficult for them is if he or she is always on the move. Because the ultimate goal is to get their patterns, their routines. That's why the feds or the government, they pay attention to your routine. All right? They may watch you for years before they indict you or take you to court or whatever the case is. But they know your entire routine. They know what time you wake up. They know what time you call your best friend. They know when you go work out. They know when you go to the coffee shop, what time you leave the coffee shop, when you go to church, when you're back home, when you go to work, all right? And rinse and repeat. They know your schedule. So even if you are on the move, they're paying attention for that long so they can piece all the puzzles together. Routine. Routine is powerful. And so, family, the fact that you are constantly on the move is making it difficult for them to be able to keep up with you. That's why they despise you. All right? That's why they despise you. Even in boxing, if you bob and weave, you know what I'm saying, you moving left or right, you pulling back, all these different things, family, it's going to be hard for you to get hit. It's going to be hard for them. So with that being said, fam, yes, your enemies will despise you this summer, and here's why. Number 1, this is your unapologetic era. Number 2, you are prioritizing your happiness. Number 3, they will watch you transform. Number 4, you are visibly out of reach. And number 5, y'all, that you are constantly on the move, okay? Y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie. Book a one-on-one session with your boy, and you can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.